driving Dave's machine?
Yes.
Shit, there's Dad. He's out having fun today too.
Always remember, you combine this together, that knowledge.
Morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Get Up and Go YouTube channel. I better get moving here, sitting in front of these people's house. They're probably wondering, what in the world is he doing? I'm in town. Typical country boy. Anyway, I have a cold. Of course, with my health, I catch everything comes along. Tiffany had to babysit one of her germ spreaders, granddaughters, and like a dummy, I was dumb enough to be around her and play with her and everything else, and I should have probably went to the basement and stayed away from her, but she had RSV or whatever it is, and so now I got in the, it turned nice here, the weather. I got out yesterday. I'm tired today, but coming down here to pick up Lakeland, one of the other granddaughters. She's gonna go with me on the side-by-side today. I'm gonna meet Dad. I don't know if anybody else is going. We're gonna go look at a piece of property. It's coming up for sale with the county. Drive down it. It's an odd piece of property. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it if I do get it bought, and why I'd even want it. Everybody else is asking me. But anyway, I'm going to pull in here, pick up Lakeland. I have promised her for a long time that she could go with me on the next side-by-side ride. The last time that we went to go, she got sick. She couldn't go, so she was pretty upset. So today I'm going to make my promise good to her and take her along.
Hi.
Are you driving Dave's machine?
Yes.
Are you learning how to drive a big machine?
Yeah.
It's a little bigger than your Jeep, ain't it? Mm-hmm. All right. Keep up the good work. Watch what you're doing.
Bye.
Bye. Here's Dad. He's out having fun today, too.
Get up and go today.
With his drop-down running boards. Side by side with drop-down running boards. Somebody had to go and put big 32-inch tires on this tall machine, and he couldn't get in it. So look at that on a side by side. Looked at this one other time. One or two owned this. It's got a lot of junk. It's basically just an acreage out in the country. It could be a lot of expensive cleanup to clean all this junk up, thin out the trees, make it look nice. More trees to drive over. Dave's in the shed to turn around. There's Dave in the shed. So we see there's a lot more to this property out here, so found out we can drive through this shed. I guess if we'd have studied it a little more, we would have figured out there's a little easier way to get in here by going out this gate and down through the ditch. Oh, there's Dad's up, found somebody to talk to on the road, and up the ditch we go. We'll see. And down in the ditch we go. Ah, shit. Heck, fell on the floor. Dad's up here talking to somebody. Maybe it's the guy that owns it.
You're gonna clean up all the trees for me, Randy. That's gonna be a great deal for me.
Her.
Randy, if you're calling off from, 70,
I wouldn't buy that fucker for 70. Fuck that.
wouldn't be too bad.
Not after cleanup.
Cleanup's your killer.
That fucker ain't gonna bring no 100,000 out here in the goddamn gravels. People don't build $500,000, $750,000. I don't know, maybe they do, but I sure the hell wouldn't. Too risky for me.
Come on, I paid $120 for mine.
You're on pavement. It's a nice location.
Oh, yeah, and it's like 30 acres.
That's 30. All right, let's go. Now we're over here on one of Dad's properties and got a big steep hill here. Dave's gonna go up it. Got Lakeland in there giving her a ride. Here we go. This thing is steep. Made it. I took the skid loader up here a while back and made another path down the other side. It's a little easier for Dad to get up on top here. It's right next to a quarry, so that's the quarry right straight ahead. You can see the water. There's water right over there. So up on top here, we just figured it'd be a nice place to put a house. A heck of a view looking all around, but to get up here is I cut this spot out here a while back, over here somewhere. There comes Dad up it. There he comes. He feels more comfortable coming up that. I'm glad I made that safer for him. So we'll go down that way. Leave it to me and Dave. We'll go up the hard and down the easy. This ain't no walk in the park either, though. Make no mistake. But I did all this with the skid motor. I never even used a chainsaw. I just used a bucket and picked the easiest way up this. It was kind of like a natural road. Yeah, this way is a lot easier for Dad. Less risk. No, it ain't too bad. I'll just keep your speed up. So we're coming up on the property the county conservation is selling. It's 6 acres of abandoned railroad right next to a golf course. That's the golf course right there. And then the trees you see right there, it goes up. So it's narrow because it's a railroad, but it goes 6 acres long. Not sure where the property lines are. You got to do a sealed bid, a minimum bid, and then whoever bids the minimum bid or more gets to go to the supervisor's meeting and they do an auction. I did that on another property they had for sale here a while back, and I was runner-up on it. I didn't get that one, but I was the second biggest dummy bid in that day. So this is the old railroad. Golf course is over there on the right, and over here on the left, that's farm field bordering it. I don't know what I would do with this. I don't know. I know the golf course is going to want it just to keep people, have it as their own over here as a safety bearer. So looking at them maps, Dad, it looks like if you go up to where on our left you see that farm field where it turns into the neighbor's farm field, there's like an old fence line or something. That's where this property ends, the way it looks to me.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on there.
I don't know if a guy could take and clear this out a little bit, make it look a little more like a park and widen it out. But some places here it widens out. I don't know if a guy could build a house back in here, if it'd make a nice place for a house right next to the golf course, country club, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a golfer, but whatever. Right now it's just used for people been just riding UTVs down it. A friend of mine, he's probably interested in buying it too. He does an organized side-by-side ride, and this is part of the route usually, and conservation said that's about all it gets used for anymore, so they don't have no use for it. I mean, technically it's public ground. Some people probably know about it, walk on it or whatever, but I never knew it, and I've been down through here before myself, trying to figure out where the property line is. It goes further, trying to figure out a value for it, you know. And then you got to deal with the county. What are they going to allow somebody to do here? I haven't checked into it. It's just kind of a risk, you know. It's one of those deals you kind of got to get a bargain on it. I mean, the country club I could see, because they could just shut this off. It's private, clear it out, and make their golf course wider this way, whatever. And yep, there it is right here. Here's the line. Right here's the line, right here to the left. This is where the property, so it goes from where we come in to right here. That fence row right here to the left. Well, I'm going to get out and tell Dave, because he has no clue. I tell him that this is where the property line is. Dad, he stopped back there for whatever reason. Might have to go to the bathroom or something, who knows. Going through a little town, back to a little chunk of property Dad owns. He's sold it on contract to a few people. And it's by a railroad. It's a nature trail now for bicycles. We just crossed over it. And all this, like that brick chimney you see up there, and then this old building over here to the right. I think they used to make bricks here, I think. Brick manufacturing. This is the old oven, I think, right here. It was pretty neat. There's a lot of history back in here. It's around the edge of town, but it's a neat little wooded property. And it seems to creep back in with different owners. Dad's come over here and cleaned it all up before. But he's always good at working with people and doesn't get too excited. We're always out looking at properties and stuff. Dad owns it now. We know him real good. He doesn't care we come back here. Guess we're going over to look at a farm that's for sale. I don't know how many acres it is. It's a guy I've known a long time. He used to work at an elevator that I hauled out of when I hauled grain, and then he was a good customer and bought stuff from me. And when I ran my business, anyway, he's got a farm for sale, and Dad's been looking to buy some farm ground. He likes his farm ground. That's what he likes to invest in. And them guys have seen it and I haven't. The days they went out, I was probably sick or something. And I've had about 10 colds this winter. Man, if I go to town, or if I even look at somebody and they got a cold, I catch it. But I haven't ended up in the hospital with it this year. But man, not having an immune system sucks. Looks like it's time for a pee break. Dave's coming out. He's just letting Lakeland drive around back here a little bit. So I guess Dad said they made field tile too. You know, now everything's plastic, but years ago they had field tile that was in sections, and they were made out of clay. So I guess they made brick and tile there. So just some little hidden gems that is pretty cool. Just a history of this little town. For all you watching this video, always remember somebody like him that's successful and has worked hard their whole life and been successful at doing especially what you're wanting to do. Listen to them old guys, because they've been through all the what to do's and not to do's, and they can give you a lot of shortcuts. Yes, the world has changed since he was young. I understand the world's changed, but the work ethics, the ideas, the how to be successful, a lot of it hasn't changed. And you may hear me say this often, but I'll say it 100 times. When you combine old people's methods, old school ways with new methods, the old and the new together is powerful. If you just do things like I did when I was younger and he did when he was younger, and that's all you do, it won't work, because the world's changed on him. And if you do things just the way everybody's doing your age, you've got a lot of competition. But when you combine them two together, that knowledge, it's so powerful. You got the old way, you got the new way. Together they're that long. Just don't ever forget that. Found the farm that Dad wanted to show me that was for sale. The guy I've known for a long time. We finally found that. It's kind of out of our local farming area. Me and Dad used to farm. And then on the way to here, in between there, showed me another farm that's coming up for sale. Somebody knew was coming up for sale. Here we are. We found it. I get to look at it. Dad and Dave are kind of negative on the railroad property. It is kind of a unique piece of crap property. But I have always done good with that odd stuff. I've always been able to visualize something that nobody else can. I like them odd ducks because not everybody's after them. If you can take something that looks like nothing and make it something, you got less competition and you get it cheaper, and to me there's a bigger reward. That's just me. I've just always been a risk taker, and I like to be diversified. You know, I've got a couple rental properties now, you know, buy and sell some vehicles, and got some money in CDs, things like that. Farm ground, just so doggone high price that I can't get interested in it, because the percent of return on it as an investor just don't impress me any. And long term, yes, ground always goes up. You'll never go wrong with real estate. I get it. I know about that. I just like to be diversified. That's just, everybody's different. Everybody plays their own game. You know, Dad bought farm ground as a farmer years ago, and it was cheap, and then over the years he farmed it to make money off of that ground. Plus, while he was farming it to make money, the price went up to where it is now. And that's fine, but he's not farming no more. And when you buy it, all you make's that small percent of profit. Don't appeal to me any. I'm not wanting to get back into farming again. I can't do anything. So. Well, Lakeland wanted to go down to the cabin, campground that me and Dad built years ago. And he has a cabin down here. Lakeland, she wants to go see the dogs. So there's a couple geese going right over here at the left. Seen a couple swimming in the water back there in the back channel. I'll do a video on the campground this summer. It's like a small city down here. When everybody's here and it's going, especially on a holiday weekend, that's the river over here. It's a long, nice river. Everybody goes out in boat, or a lot of people go out in boats, swimming, kayaking, tubing. That's the cabin. Kara's there right now. They have a dog that's not feeling well, so she stayed home. Normally, you know, she's along with Dave. She's taking care of the dog. A bunch of geese out. Anyway, we're gonna stop and visit with Kara, and knowing us, we'll probably run into town and eat something later. There's Dad's cabin on the river. Well, the ride's over. I am just tired. We stopped at the cabin there with Kara, and I was sitting on the couch and I was falling asleep there. I could hardly go. Stopped to drop Lakeland off and sat on the couch and was playing with Lennox and talked to him. I was getting tired there too. So anyway, I'm beat, tired, got a cold. Old, full of cancer, chemo meds, all the good shit, you know. Can't really breathe. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I get a doctor's appointment. I can't shake this. I have shaken all the colds this winter. I have done good. But this one, it's in my lungs, man. I cannot get rid of it. It's not really getting any worse. It's just bad enough I can't breathe. Anyway, good day today. It was a good day yesterday. 2 good days, but feeling the way I am 2 days in a row of doing stuff all day out and about. My body can't take it. It's time to shut down. We looked at a lot of properties today. It seems like there's a lot of them coming up. Always something, you know, probably the biggest variety of properties I've ever looked at. Of course, it's springtime. It's that time of year when people put stuff up for sale. Yeah, that was I would say it's kind of a typical day for us. A lot of times going out having fun with family and friends and doing business at the same time. It gives you a place to go, especially around local, because, you know, we've been everywhere anywhere. So anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching these videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because if you don't, you might miss some of the upcoming content. When you hit subscribe, then every time something new comes out, YouTube will just bring it up for you when you're scrolling, so you don't have to search for it. So it's nice. I remember I never used to subscribe at all. I never did it, but I had to get on there and hit search and try to find my favorite YouTubers. But now I've subscribed to everybody that I like. Every time I go to YouTube, it just automatically brings up those first. That's nice. That's the reason you do it. Anyway, I'm going to hit the sack. I had a hard time getting up and going today, but I did it. Filmed today, that seemed to keep me going, and see ya soon in one of the next videos.